Good morning, everyone. Today we will learn about metacognition. First of all, what is metacognition? Meta means beyond. So, metacognition is above cognition, beyond cognition. Metacognition is something thinking about thinking or knowing about knowing. Okay. Today we will study about metacognition and the components of metacognition. Just give me 1 minute. I'll share my screen. Okay, so meta is what? It is knowledge about cognition and the control over that cognition. Metacognition is simply thinking about thinking. Okay, so it is awareness or analysis of our one's own learning or performance. So the term metacognition was coined by John Flavel. He referred it as higher order of thinking because it involved active awareness over cognition processes that are engaged in learning. So it is very important cognition and the control over the cognition. Okay, so this is about metacognition. Next, we have the components of metacognition. Okay, before that, just let's take an example. When you read a text, you are decoding the words, okay, you're decoding the meaning, okay, so this is called cognition. But in case of metacognition, while reading a text, you are thinking like, do I have enough time to finish this chapter? Okay, I'm not getting this point. I think I should go back and read it again. So this is what? This is called metacognition. Okay, so cognition is very important and metacognition is also very important. Why? Because you cannot evaluate the effectiveness of your own learning without metacognition. Two things are important: cognition and the control of that cognition process. This is metacognition. Next, we have components. The first one is declarative knowledge. It is also referred as word knowledge. Okay, so declarative knowledge is like knowledge about oneself, okay, and various factors that can influence one's learning. The second one is procedural knowledge. It refers as heuristics and strategies. It refers the knowledge about doing things. Okay, the third one is conditional knowledge. As its name implies, condition, we have some conditions, huh? When and why we are using declarative knowledge and procedural knowledge. This is the conditional knowledge. Okay, this is all about metacognitive knowledge. Next, we have metacognitive regulations. So metacognitive regulations is like regulation of cognition and learning experience through set of activities or strategies, okay, that help people to control the learning. The first one is planning. What is this planning? Planning refers to the appropriate selection of strategies and the correct allocation of resources that affects our task performance. The second one is monitoring. Obviously, we have to monitor that. Okay, so it refers to one's awareness of comprehension and task performance. The third one is evaluating. So evaluating is like analysis or the final outcome. Okay, it is the final product of the task. This can include re-evaluating strategies that were used. Okay, next we have metacognitive experiences. So metacognitive experience are those experience that have something to do with the current and ongoing cognitive processes. Okay, so we can say that metacognitive experience is responsible for creating an identity that matters to an individual a lot. Okay, so the creation of this identity is linked with IBM model, that is identity based model. This identity based model implies that identities matters. Why? Because they provide a base for meaning making and for action. This is all about components of metacognition. Next, we have metacognitive strategies. So there are number of strategies. First one is PQ4R. 4R means first you have to preview, then question, after that you will read that, reflection, recite, and again you are going to review that. Okay. Next one is KWL. Know, want to know, learn. That is outcome. Again, we have IDLE, identify, define, explore, act, and do. So IDLE is like first you have to identify the problem, then define and represent the problem. After that, E, explore. So you have to explore the possible strategies. A for action, act, and L for look. Look back and evaluate. The next one we have trial and error. It is the strategies that involve attempting different solutions and eliminating that do not work. Simply you have to eliminate the strategies, yeah, points that is not working. Next we have algorithms. It is algorithms क्या होता है? It involves a specific rule. ठीक है, following a specific rules, procedures, methods that produce a correct solutions. Next we have heuristics. Heuristics होता है a general thumb rule. Heuristic is general thumb rule. Again, there is one more strategy that you have to break the problem into smaller parts. Like in our homework assignments, we identify the schedules of reinforcement and punishments. Okay, so it is easier to break it into smaller parts. Then again we have one more strategy, that is insights. Insights is like a sudden realization or institution on how to solve a problem. Different representation can lead to different insights. Next we have self questioning. So this is all about strategies. Okay, in in the end I can only say that what is cognition. So cognition is about like knowing to knowing. All right, so it is the knowledge about cognition and the control over the cognition. Okay, so one we can simply define like metacognition is awareness or analysis of one's own learning or thinking process. Okay, so metacognition, what is metacognition? It is what individuals know about themselves and others as cognitive processes. This is all about metacognition.